After first announcing that he wouldn't seek re-election, embattled Representative Tim Murphy, RPA, resigned from Congress Thursday afternoon. Fall retirement announcements are nothing new. On average, 22 House members retire each cycle without seeking another office, Roll Call reported. Here's the list of Republicans, in the House and Senate, who have announced they will not seek re-election. Tim Murphy. GOP Representative Tim Murphy of Pennsylvania announced on October 5 that he would resign his position in Congress. The news came after reports that the lawmaker, who has publicly been staunchly anti-abortion, had an affair and asked his mistress to get an abortion when they believed she was pregnant. Murphy, 65, said he will take personal time to seek help as my family, and I continue to work through our personal difficulties. Bob Corker announced on September 27 that he will not seek a third term in 2018. Corker, 65, had previously said that he couldn't imagine serving more than 2 terms. Dave Trott. Rep. Dave Trott, Republican, Michigan. Announced on September 11 that he would not seek re-election. Trott, 56, will retire at the end of his second term. His district is Republican-leaning, but analysts told the Detroit News that a Democrat could flip the seat. Charlie Dent. Pennsylvania Representative Charlie Dent said on September 7 that he would not seek re-election. The 7-term moderate congressman told Fox News that he made the decision both from personal reasons, and because the polarization around here is pretty severe. Dent, 57, has been openly critical of Trump. He voted against party lines and a repeal of Obamacare earlier this summer. Dave Reichert. After serving 7 terms in Congress, Representative Dave Reichert, Republican, Washington, said he would not seek re-election on September 6. A former sheriff, Reichert, 67, represents a district that is being targeted by Democrats in 2018. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton won the area in the 2016 election. Reichert said the decision to retire from Congress was the right one for my family and me. Jimmy Duncan. Rep. Jimmy Duncan Jr., Republican, Tennessee, announced in July that he would not seek re-election. In announcing his retirement, Duncan, 70, thanked conservatives, who supported him against recent attacks against me from the far left. I love my job, but I love my family more. Rep. Duncan. Have decided I wanted to spend less time in airports, airplanes and traveling around the district and more time with my family, especially my 9 grandchildren, who all live in Knoxville, Duncan said. I love my job, but I love my family more. Roll Call reported that Duncan's sister, State Senator Becky Duncan Massey, could launch a bid for his empty seat. Elena Ros-Lehtinen. Rep. Elena Ros-Lehtinen, Republican, Florida, announced on April 30 that she would not seek re-election. Ros-Lehtinen, 65, has been a congresswoman since 1989. The most difficult challenge is not to simply keep winning elections, but rather the more difficult challenge is to not let the ability to win define my seasons, she said. Born in Havana, Cuba, Ros-Lehtinen is considered a moderate Republican who was not a strong supporter of Trump. Lynn Jenkins. Rep. Lynn Jenkins, Archon, announced on January 25 that she would not seek re-election or run for another office. Jenkins, 54, said she wanted to return to the private sector although she was highly rumored to be a possible gubernatorial candidate in Kansas. Sam Johnson. Longtime Texas Representative Sam Johnson announced his retirement on January 6. For me, the Lord has made clear that the season of my life in Congress is coming to an end, Johnson, 86, said. Johnson is an Air Force veteran who was a prisoner of war at the infamous Hanoi Hilton in Vietnam. Kristi Noem. Instead of seeking re-election in 2018, Representative Kristi Noem, RSD, announced in November 2016 that she will run for governor instead. In her announcement, Noem, 45, said her gubernatorial campaign would officially kick off in 2017. Raul Labrador. Rep. Raul Labrador, Republican, Idaho, announced this summer that he would finish out his current term but then run for governor of Idaho in 2018 instead of re-election, according to HuffPost. Labrador, 49, is a founding member of the House Freedom Caucus. Steve Pearce. New Mexico Representative Steve Pearce opted to run for governor of his state instead of re-election in July. Pearce, 70, has been a congressman for more than 12 years. He told the Albuquerque Journal that as governor he would focus on the exodus of young people leaving the state.